Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect out here pushing this truth and sincerity. The water for what you do. We love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, and Shalom to Yah. All right, it's your brother Dawud Dodd from the Great Millstone Camp in Atlanta. Lord willing to give you an edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh. Salakia, meaning he is or he exists or he to be, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His name is Yahweh Shai, meaning he is the Savior or he is the deliverer. All right, he saves, he delivers. If you're watching this now and you are a so-called black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, then you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible. You would not find black, Native American, or Latino in the Bible. All right, so you need to know who you are according to the Bible. Okay, it's important to know who you are according to the Bible because every person on the earth is linked to a nation that's mentioned in the Bible. Okay, and certain people in the Bible were promised the covenant, the glory, the kingdom, and salvation. Now, if you don't look like a so-called black, Native American, or Latino man or woman, that does not mean that you're not a Hebrew Israelite. All right, especially if you believe in this truth and you feel that it resonates with your spirit, but then there's a good possibility that you are a Hebrew Israelite as well. It does not matter what you look like. It does not matter what color your skin is. It only matters that your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob had his name later changed to Israel. Israel in the Hebrew is Yasharallah, meaning he's the prince of the power. 1 Samuel 13:1. Now, we have to remember, what happened. First, we started off with Elkanah. He had his two wives, right? Hannah ended up having Samuel. Samuel was given to the Lord, all right? Meaning he was, he took the duty of a man of the Lord and only a man of the Lord, all right? That was his, she prayed to give that child to the Lord forever, and no razor should come upon his head, right? He had what else happened? Then we have, we have Eli and his sons being smitten, which Eli, at least grew to an old age because he at least was righteous in a sense, right? He was a good man, but he didn't put his kids, his sons, hold them up to a standard. He didn't stop his sons from sinning against the Lord. We had Saul. We had the Ark of the Covenant being taken by the Philistines and the Most High cursing them, right? 5 cities. Then they gave it back with gifts, golden mice and the emeralds, golden emeralds. Right? We had Saul profiting, prophesying and becoming king. All right. They defeated the Ammonites. So let's continue off there. That was a brief synopsis. Yeah, it says war with the Philistines here. All right. So it says Saul reigned 1 year, and when he had reigned 2 years over Israel, Saul chose him 3,000 men of Israel, whereof 2,000 were with Saul in Michmash, and in Mount Bethel, and 1,000 were in Jonathan and Gibeah of Benjamin. And the rest of the people he sent every man to his tent. And Jonathan smote the garrison of the Philistines that was in Geba. And the Philistines heard of it, and Saul blew the trumpet throughout all the land, saying, Let the Hebrews hear. And all Israel heard say that Saul had smitten a garrison of the Philistines, and that Israel also had an abomination with the Philistines. And the people were called together after Saul to Gilgal. to Gilgal. And the Philistines gathered themselves together to fight with Israel, 30,000 chariots and 6,000 horsemen and people as the sand which is on the sea shore, and oh, it's like it. I don't know why I read it like that. It says, and people as the sand which is on the seashore, and the multitude. And they came up and pitched in Michmash, eastward from Bethaven. Now we know the sands of the sea is a lot, so that's a lot of people, man, a lot of soldiers. It says, when the men of Israel saw that they were in a strait, for the people were distressed, then the people did hide themselves in caves, and in thickets, and in rocks, and in high places, and in pits. And some of the Hebrews went over Jordan to the land of Gad and Gilead. As for Saul, he was yet in Gilgal, and all the people followed him trembling. And he tarried 7 days, according to the set time that Samuel had appointed. But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him. And Saul said, bring hither a burnt offering to me, and peace offering. And he offered the burnt offering. And it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of the offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came, and Saul went out to meet him, that he might salute him. And Samuel said, what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou camest not within the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash. Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication to the Lord. I forced myself, therefore, and offered a burnt offering. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly. Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord and thy power which he commanded thee. For now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever. But now the kingdom shall not continue. The Lord hath sought him a man after his own heart, and the Lord hath commanded him to be captain over his people, because the Lord, so like it, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee. And remember, it says a man after his own heart. All right. It says, and Samuel arose and gat him up from Gilgal unto Gibeah of Benjamin, and Saul numbered the people that were present with him about 600 men. And Saul and Jonathan his son, and the people that were present with them, abode in Gibeah of Benjamin. But the Philistines encamped in Michmash, and the spoilers came out of the camp of the Philistines in 3 companies. One company turned unto the way that leadeth to Ophrah, unto the land of Shual, and another company turned the way to Bethoron, and another company turned to the way of the border that looks to the valley of Zeboim, toward the wilderness. Now there was no smith found throughout all the land of Israel, for the Philistines said, lest the Hebrews make them swords and spears. But all the Israelites went down to the Philistines to sharpen every man his share, and his coulter, and his axe, and his madoc. Yet they had a file for the matacs, and for the quarters, and for the forks, and for the axes, and to sharpen goads. So it came to pass, so it came to pass in the day of battle, that there was neither sword nor spear found in the hand of any of the people that were with Saul and Jonathan, but with Saul and with Jonathan his son was there found. And the garrison of Philistine went out the passage of Michmash. Jonathan's victory. Now it came, this is 1 Samuel 14:1. Now it came to pass upon a day that Jonathan the son of Saul said unto the young man that bare his armor, come, and let us go over to the Philistine garrison that is on the other side. But he told not his father. And Saul tarried in the uttermost part of Gibeah until under a pomegranate tree, which is in Migron. And the people that were with him were about 600 men. And Ahiah, the son of Ahitub, Ichabod's brother, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eli, the Lord's priest in Shiloh, wearing an ephod. And the people knew not that Jonathan was gone, and between the passages by which Jonathan sought to go over into the Philistines' garrison, there was a sharp rock on the other side, and a sharp rock on the other side. it says there was a sharp rock on the one side and a sharp rock on the other side, and the name of it was Bozez. The name of the other, Seneh. Seneh. The forefront of the one was situate northward over against Michmash, and the other southward over against Gibeah. And Jonathan said to the young man that bare his armor, Come, and let us go over unto the garrison of these uncircumcised. It may be that the Lord will work for us, for there is no restraint to the Lord to save by many or by few. That's what you call faith, ladies and gentlemen. It says, And his armor bearer said unto him, Do all that is in thine heart. Turn thee, behold, I am with thee according to thy heart. Then said Jonathan, Behold, we will pass over unto these men, and we will discover ourselves unto them. If they say thus unto us, Tarry until we come to you, then we will stand still in our place, and will not go up unto them. But if they say thus, Come up unto us, then we will go up from the Lord hath delivered, for the Lord hath the Yahweh Shemashai hath delivered them into our hands, and this shall be a sign unto us. And both of them discovered themselves unto the garrison of the Philistines. And the Philistines said, Behold, the Hebrews come forth out of the holes where they had hid themselves. And the men of the garrison answered Jonathan and his armor bearer and said, Come up to us, and we will show you a thing. And Jonathan said unto his armor bearer, Come up after me, for the Lord Yahweh Shai hath delivered them into the hand of Israel. And Jonathan climbed up upon his hands and upon his feet, and his armor bearer after him. And they fell before Jonathan, and his armor bearer slew after him. And the first slaughter which Jonathan and his armor bearer made was about 20 men, within as it were an half acre of land, which a yoke of oxen might plow. And there was, man, they were huge, man. Those men are huge. Taking up all that goddamn space, only being 20 men? That's crazy. It says, And there was trembling in the host in the field and among all the people, the garrison and the spoilers. They also trembled, and the earth quaked. So it was a very great trembling. And the watchmen of Saul and Gibeah and Benjamin looked, and behold, the multitude melted away, and they went on being down one another. Then said Saul unto the people that were with him, Number now, and see who is gone from us. And when they had numbered, behold, Jonathan and his armor bearer were not there. And Saul said unto Ahiah, Bring hither the ark of the covenant of God, for the ark of God was at that time with the children of Israel. And it came to pass while Saul talked unto the priest, that the noise that was in the host of the Philistines went on and increased. And Saul said unto the priest, Withdraw thy hand. And Saul and all the people that were with him assembled themselves, and they came to the battle, and behold, every man's sword war against his fellow, and it was a very great discomfiture. Moreover, the Hebrews that were with the Philistines before to that time, which went up with them into the camp from the country round about, even they also turned to be with the Israelites that were with Saul and Jonathan. Likewise, all the men of Israel which had hid themselves in Mount Ephraim, when they heard that the Philistines fled, even they also followed hard after them in battle. So the Lord saved Israel that day, and the battle passed over unto Bethaven. Now that's beautiful. That's, you see how when we're, man. Well, it's all for prophecy's sake. But man, when the Lord is with us, He's with us. When He's with us, no one can do anything to us. And that's the faith that we need to keep coming into these days. Now I'm gonna finish this second half of this chapter, Lord willing, later. But for now, Lord willing, you was edified, getting that read along, understanding our history of our forefathers. All right, our great heated the battles that we went through that were heavy, that were hot. Right. So we're going through this history, man. So you're learning about the history of King Saul's conquest, King Saul's conquest. All right. Lord, it was edifying. I want to end it off by giving praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Kakadash, the honesty, apostles, and elders, the great mills, and well. Peace and blessings. For the light, I heard, pushing truth and sincerity.